you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
Podcast Network. I'm your host, Cynthia.
And I am your co-host, Sarah.
All right, Sarah, how are you doing?
I am doing okay. Sorry, I got momentarily sidetracked. I don't know what happened. I'm doing okay. You know, it's Monday, but no, Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is.
I know.
It doesn't
all
matter.
The days just kind of mesh up, don't they?
Yeah.
But it is a good time of the year. The holidays are around the corner. Thanksgiving is in a few days. How excited are you for Thanksgiving?
I'm pretty excited. I'm not.
That doesn't sound like you're
I know. I love Thanksgiving. I'm not going home though, so that's always kind of an underlying. Like I don't get to spend it with my family, but we will spend it with friends. So that's nice.
The home is Montana.
Yeah.
And so when you do spend Thanksgiving like with your family, do you guys have any like family traditions or like special plates, meals that just your family kind of do?
We don't. You know, we were never a family that really like, you know, watched the parade in the morning or, you know, that sort of thing. It was just always the meal and setting the table with, you know, grandma's dishes or great grandma's dishes or whatever. And it was interesting when I got married, I had to get used to new not dishes as in like serving dishes, but new dishes to eat. Because my husband's family has very different ideas of what Thanksgiving is.
And what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Like, what do you really look forward to when it's Thanksgiving? You're like, ooh, I can't wait. Like, is it the gravy?
It's probably the stuffing because I don't eat stuffing usually otherwise.
I agree with you, actually. I love stuffing.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I tried stuffing for the first time last Thanksgiving, 2018. My first time ever.
Really?
Yes.
Did you not grow up with stuffing?
I didn't. You know, I'm Mexican, so our Thanksgivings are a little bit different. We do turkey and ham. But no one ever brought stuffing. Again, because it's like we need salsa and chips. We have we have tortillas at ours. Like tortillas are a must, even though I don't eat tortillas with like Thanksgiving dishes typically, like mashed potatoes, but some of my dad does.
I'm currently picturing you rolling mashed potatoes up in a tortilla.
You're picturing my dad because that's literally my dad. He eats tortillas with everything. It's hilarious.
Go, Dad.
I know. So I tried stuffing for the first time last year, and it's because also a lot of my family members married, like, you know, outside our race and stuff. So we have like a lot of diversity in our kitchen, which I really love. And love all the food. I'm not picky when it comes to food, but
you know, you asked about food, and I thought like the main food, but I would say dessert. I mean, pecan pie is my
pecan. Really,
one thing I learned from when I married my husband though was the joy of sweet potato pie.
Ooh, sweet potato.
It's really good. I'd never had it, and his dad made it with the first Thanksgiving we were married, and I was like, okay, I'm a fan.
Wow. I'm a fan of pie. I'm not a fan of like apple pie for some reason, like fruit, like peach pie. I don't even know all the other type of pies, but I do love like cheesecake. Is that considered a pie?
Not. I mean, it's no.
No, you're like no. Cross.
I mean, it's got cake in the name.
Right, I know.
It's not really cake either.
I guess my favorite pie is cheesecake. Not really a pie, but I'm a cheesecake person. What can I say? But again, so today we're going to be giving you guys, our listeners, a lot of tips on how to have a healthier, happier Thanksgiving. Again, it is this time of year. It's a time of year where a lot of people get really stressed out. Which is, you know, holidays is a time to spend with your family, your loved ones, and enjoy each other's company and eat great food. But for some reason, that's that can cause a lot of chaos in one's life, especially with traveling too. Traveling around this time of year is like a headache, but
it can be, because flights get delayed and weather can be a problem, if you're driving and
Right. So
growing up in Montana, weather could definitely be a factor if we were driving to my grandparents and snow and yikes.
Wow. Can't relate. Can't relate. California girl over here. But here's some food for thought.
Ooh.
Get it?
Ooh. I see what you did there.
See? People consume around 3,000 to 5,000 calories around the Thanksgiving table.
It's crazy.
I know, not to stress you guys out, because I feel like it is the one day of the year, maybe 2 days, Christmas, but that you can like just pick out.
Right.
But
I saw something today on Facebook. A friend posted that she read a tip that I couldn't read the whole thing. I couldn't get past the how to know how much food to make, and it was make at least 1.5 pounds of mashed potatoes for each person.
No.
That makes no sense. I'm not going to eat 1.5 pounds of mashed potatoes.
Wow. I feel like that would make like my stomach hurt. That's just ow. No. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like portion control.
Well,
there's no portion control there.
No. If I ate 1.5 pounds of mashed potatoes, that's all I'd eat for like a week.
I know. I love mashed potatoes. But yeah, I'm a big mashed potato person, but I feel like if it's 1 pound of anything, again, I'm a cheesecake person, so I'm like, maybe I can do, honestly, it's kind of disturbing. 1 pound of cheesecake wouldn't sound too
Cheesecake
bad.
is pretty heavy, so 1 pound might not be that much. I don't know.
And if I have some like milk along with it, I'll be fine. I'll be able to digest it.
Oh, holy dairy, Batman.
I know. I don't consume dairy. I like almond milk, so maybe
there you go. But,
any nut milk I'm for.
I'm still saying cream cheese is dairy.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, that is dairy. I didn't even think about it. I'm gonna have to find like a plant-based one.
There you go.
I'm sure
There's probably, I'm sure
there are. But according to Business Insider, so they asked a New York University professor, nutrition professor and dietitian. Her name is Lisa Sasson, and they asked for her professional tips on how to stay on top of a healthy eating regimen during the holidays. I know during this time of the year, it's very difficult to stay on track with your healthy eating habits, and we're here to help you. So if you want to listen to tips on how to have a fit and healthy holiday without sacrificing any of the fun, then stay tuned to listen to the few tips that we have here for you guys.
You're going to tell me to run a 5K, aren't you?
Actually, when I reached it, that was actually one of the
turkey
tips.
trot.
I'm not a runner, so that's a no for me. But I do highly suggest, first tip, be active in the morning. So a lot of times when you wake up Thanksgiving morning, you're just looking forward to the food later on that day. So to kind of get your metabolism boosting early in the day, get active, whether that's hitting the gym, lifting weights, running a 5K, which Sarah and I will not do. No turkey trots over here. Or just even going, like my family, every Thanksgiving morning, we meet at the park by my house and we host a flag football game.
Oh, fun.
Do I play? No, I just more watch. I gossip with like my cousins. We catch up. We don't see each other that often.
Gossip is your activity in the morning?
How
many calories does that burn?
Gossip and walk. Gossip and walk. But yeah, I do suggest, go to the gym. Just be active in the morning, and actually lifting weights in the morning, or even just like on your cheat day, improves your muscles' ability to absorb carbs and in those hours following your workout. So for that reason, a heavy session first thing in the morning before you've eaten anything, especially, a carb fest such as Thanksgiving, more likely it'll go into your muscles rather than being stored as fat. So either way, just be active in the morning, get moving. I feel it also just kind of, like, to me, that's probably my favorite time to go work out is in the morning, just because I feel like it lifts my mood. It releases endorphins early in the day, and I'm just like in a happier place. So
I do better about mid-afternoon.
That's your time? You're like, that's your
just
ideal
when
time?
Yeah, that's when I have the most, that's when I just do better. Or, like early evening, not a morning person.
See, I'm a morning person.
Yeah, you smug morning people. You're always like, woohoo, let's get up and do stuff. And I'm like, go away.
I blame the matcha green tea and coffee. Both of those. Those are my pre-workout. But anyway, so yeah, just get active. And also, planning like a family hike can also be a good idea if you live near mountains or a hill.
Or someplace that it hasn't snowed.
Right. So any of that. I feel like you can start family traditions that way too, such as my family playing flag football Thanksgiving morning. I really do love it. We don't just go to like gossip about family members, but just kind of catch up. And I like seeing my brother getting tackled.
Wait, it's flag football.
I know, but they get a little rough sometimes.
Yeah. Do you have a big family?
A huge family. I don't have a lot of siblings, but I have so many cousins. My mom is one of 9, and my dad is one of 6.
Wow.
So
I have 4 first cousins.
Total.
Wow. None on my mom's side whatsoever, and 4 on my dad's.
Wow. Well, I bet, it makes it easy to remember like the names and stuff. Because I literally can't even keep track. It's one of those where it's like every family reunion, it's like I meet a new cousin. I feel like that's so typical for like a lot of Latino families because just like I feel like you call everyone your cousin also. So who knows? Everyone's my cousin.
Nice.
Moving on. Tip number 2, eat breakfast. Again, most people kind of save or like starve themselves for the Thanksgiving feast, but breakfast consumption affects, your appetite, your energy intake, and metabolic and endocrine responses to foods consumed later in that day. So experts do highly suggest that eating a small meal in the morning, such as like avocado toast, avocado egg toast, oatmeal, anything like that, can give you more control over your appetite for later in that day.
Right, because otherwise you're starving when the appetizers come out. You stuff yourself with those, and then the meal comes, and you're like, eh.
Right, I know. And to me, like my Thanksgiving family, for family dinners for Thanksgiving, we eat really late, like 8. So I cannot starve myself till 8 p.m.
No.
How do you guys eat? How about like your family?
No, we're more of like, it depends on everybody's schedules, but let's say anywhere from 1 to 4 or 5.
Oh, so it's like a Thanksgiving lunch.
Yeah.
Wow. See, there we go.
Because, the earlier you eat, the more leftovers you can eat later.
Exactly. And you know why we eat so late also is because no one in my family is a morning person. Like we all take forever to get ready. So it's so funny because whenever we plan like parties and we say like, oh, meet at 2 p.m., no one will get there until like 5 p.m. anyway. So that's why we just push the time to like 8 p.m. because like everybody's going to get there on time.
Wow.
And people just like to like, I don't know, do things throughout the day. I'm whatever. I'm like, as long as I just eat my stuffing now. I'm obsessed with stuffing now that I tried it since the last Thanksgiving. I'm like, that's really what I'm looking forward to. Stuffing and mashed potatoes.
Nice.
And we're going to take a quick break right here. And when we come back, we'll keep discussing more healthy tips for you and this upcoming Thanksgiving. We'll be right back.
Still on the search of that one true love? On the limbo in this crazy world of dating, marriage, relationships? Well, listen to the Golden State Media Concepts Relationship Podcast, your one-stop podcast for everything about relationships.
Right before the break, Sarah and I were discussing some tips on how to have a healthier Thanksgiving, and we're going to keep diving into it right now. So, third tip of the show, drink water. This is an obvious one. Staying well hydrated throughout the day and drinking a big glass of water about 30 minutes prior to your Thanksgiving meal is served, or it does good to the body, right? And it gives the body a sense of if you're truly full, so which is absolutely true. I do this all the time. I drink a glass of water before I eat, and then that helps me keep stay fuller. A little fuller for longer.
Well, you also want to hydrate if you're going to be drinking wine or beer, or there's often alcohol at family events. So, glass of water per drink, people.
Oh yeah, and in between drinks, that's an important one too.
Yep.
Just hydration is key.
Yeah, it is.
Angela Bassett told me in an interview. She said that because she's like 60, right? She does not look 60, and she says that hydration, drink water, which I feel every single person says that. So drink your water, H2O. I'm
the type of person that encourages my dogs. Go drink your water. Good job.
Good. See,
yeah, but they're dogs. I mean, I got issues.
Dogs have to be, healthy and hydrated as well. It's important.
Thank you.
Tip number 4, use a smaller plate. So you heard who wanted to give you 1.5 pounds of mashed potatoes?
Yeah. Ugh.
Portion control, people.
I mean, I guess you could mound up 1.5 pounds of mashed potatoes on there. Depending how thick they are.
Right. But your body might be hating you for it the next day. So
don't use a cafeteria tray.
Yeah, no. And they just say there's actually a study. I forgot to write it down, but there was a study that shows that when you use a smaller plate, that you're obviously more likely, about 30%, to eat 30% less.
It tricks your brain.
Exactly.
Or
and it totally does. It's a mind game. So, and then tip number 5, keep your appetizers light. So obviously, most Thanksgiving dinners, there's going to be like bread rolls, right? Which, like the Hawaiian bread rolls. Have you tried those, Sarah?
No. Yes. But
they come in like an orange pack.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure I've ever had one.
They're really good. They're like sweet rolls. They're dangerous. I could honestly probably eat half a bag.
Last year, I was doing so well on low carb, and Thanksgiving was a cheat day. I actually did really well. I cheated on Thanksgiving, and then I got back on the low carb, but bread was so amazing on Thanksgiving.
Goodness. That's why I applaud people who do like keto and those or like low carb diets, because I love carbs too much to like cut them out. But so don't go for the bread rolls, go for like a vegetable based soup, something
or just
lighter.
A veggie tray.
Or a veggie tray. So anything, or salsa and chips, like my family has salsa and chips.
Sure.
So just something lighter to obviously curb your appetite a little bit. So keep the appetizers light. Next tip, fill up on the veggies. Of course, is like everyone, I feel like you guys hear this all the time, but fill up on the veggies. Especially, this is a good rule of thumb for like if you go to any buffet style setting, go heavy on the vegetables, because obviously those are filling. You're getting good nutrients out of vegetables.
Okay. I got to jump in here because I don't know what your family does, but a lot of people out there who are thinking veggies are going to picture green bean casserole.
Right.
That is not necessarily healthy depending on what it's got in it.
Good point.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to say, I'm like, green bean, be careful with the green bean casserole.
Yeah.
That one tricks you.
Yeah.
It's like, veggies, but.
Or, like corn souffle or like creamed corn, some things that there's just, you got to be careful even with vegetables sometimes.
Yeah. Like for my family, because a lot of my family actually do keto. So, we are not even just keto, but a lot of my family members do kind of, watch their weight. So we do have lots and lots of veggies. Of course, sweet potato, just like roasted sweet potato. And then we have a lot of corn, roasted corn, and carrots and zucchini. I actually bring the carrots and zucchini. Nice. I feel like I season my veggies perfectly. So I'm pretty particular when other people like do them for me. Like when I order a side of veggies at restaurants, I'm so like critical. I'm like, I hate when they're too oily and I just like taste like pretty much the oils.
Right. You know what I love? Raw sweet potato.
Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
My family does the whole sweet potato with brown sugar and marshmallows, and I've never been a fan of that, but I love raw sweet potato.
Wow. Yeah, actually, I have to agree with you. I'm not too crazy on like the marshmallow loading it up like sweet potato. Mm-hmm. When I bake mine, I usually again just do like the seasoning, so oregano, salt, pepper. I don't know, a whole bunch of other stuff, but because sometimes I don't have the biggest sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But good tip right there. Fill up on the veggies. And they do suggest Lisa Sasson, which these are all her tips. She also says keep the starchy vegetables to the size of like an ice cream scoop.
So no 1.5 pounds of mashed potatoes, folks.
Exactly. No 1.5 pounds. And the following tip here, easy adjustments. And what this means is such as, adding more vegetables to your stuffing, or how we were just talking about sweet potato, less marshmallow. So those little minor adjustments really, make a big difference. If you're really watching your weight or like counting calories, tracking your macros, stuff like that. Just those minor adjustments really do make a big difference in your Thanksgiving dishes. So I'm always like throwing veggies in your face. Here's load up on the
Literally,
vegetables.
she's throwing vegetables at me right now. It's awkward, but I understand.
And then here we go. So next one, it says, this one I actually really liked how she named this tip. It says, leave it alone if it doesn't scream Thanksgiving.
I'm going to be literal and actually picture things screaming Thanksgiving at me.
Right.
I'm the mashed potatoes have a face in them and they're screaming Thanksgiving.
And pretty much what this tip means. So, of course, there will be tons of food to choose from, and it can be tempting to dig into all of them. And chances are that a lot of it is just like your everyday food that your everyday average food you can pick up anywhere. Like stuffing, I consider Thanksgiving food. Gravy. What else? I'm growing up. Oh, yeah, sweet potato. Like things like that. Like, obviously, we're not telling you to restrict yourself on this holiday, right? This is a time to let loose, not be so cookie cutter on your diet on this day. But these are tips, if you do want to be more healthy, go for the plates that you wouldn't typically eat in your everyday life.
Right.
I'm like, that's a good tip.
If you eat green bean casserole once a week, maybe you don't need to eat it on Thanksgiving. Whoa. I don't know anybody.
I'm like, who could? I'm like, do you do that?
No.
And so, like, for instance, like, I know it's very popular too in some Thanksgiving dinners, like cheese and crackers as appetizers, and she suggests like leave those behind. Like, you literally can have those any day of the year.
Yep.
And instead, hold off to enjoy the other good things. Again, like stuffing, gravy, cranberry sauce, and a slice or two of pie. Just kind of be smart with where you can like adjust where you want to, I guess, consume your calories.
Right.
And now the alcohol portion, because of course, what's a Thanksgiving party without alcohol, right?
My whole life. My family never served wine or anything at Thanksgiving.
You're like your whole life. That's
yeah,
funny.
I didn't grow up with that. So,
well, okay, so then you already have it a little easier. You don't even have to worry about alcoholic drinks
now that I'm an adult and where we'll go on Thanksgiving, there will probably be the offer of wine, and I may have a glass, but I'm not a huge drinker. So,
there we go. Well, if you are a huge drinker, this tip serves you. So, of course, you don't want to consume most of your calories on Thanksgiving. You don't want them to be liquid calories, alcohol calories. You obviously want your calories to be food. So have a glass of wine or a wine spritzer, and in between alcoholic drinks, you can either have water or like a wine spritzer. Again, just be careful with consuming all of your calories through glasses of wine or glasses. I don't know if
we're looking at you,
champagne.
Football watchers, sitting on the couch,
right.
drinking a 6-pack before dinner even starts.
That's like my entire family. Basically. Like, they're like, just bring on the beer, like trays of beer.
Right.
But yeah, So or drink water. That's the whole thing. Like going back to the previous tip I said earlier, if you drink a glass of water about 30 minutes before you eat your meal, it will most likely curb your appetite. And then same thing with the alcoholic drinks. And most of the time when you're drinking and you're getting a little buzz, you tend to get more hungry from alcohol makes you more hungry, right? So again, just, be a little wary of where you consume your alcoholic drinks, or a vodka soda, opt for something a little that get a little healthier.
Lower in carbs. True.
And the next one, it says, indulge in moderation.
That's an oxymoron.
It is, right? Like, how can you can't indulge if you're moderating your indulgence, right? And again, the holidays isn't about restricting. This is really a time to let loose a little bit. So enjoy moderation. A slice of pie will suffice, not 4.
What? What if there's 4 different pies? You can't snub anybody.
Sample. You can sample. No, that would be rude. If you like go to the
just
pie,
take
like,
a spoon.
That would.
But you can have a smaller piece. You don't have to have a quarter of a pie as a piece.
Right. That would be so rude. Can you imagine? Like, oh, I'm just gonna like scoop.
I feel like I know somebody who would do that.
Oh man, no, that's a no.
For my parents' 50th anniversary, we had a pie baking contest, and so everybody brought pies, and then but my parents are too nice; they wouldn't pick a winner.
See, I wish my family. I would want to do like a pie tasting contest. I feel like a lot of people would want to join because, like, who doesn't want to taste pie?
Mm-hmm. I did a chocolate pecan pie because pecan pie isn't nearly rich enough.
Oh, chocolate! But I may have to try that. I'm not a huge fan of pecan, but I do love chocolate. Mm-hmm. So if the chocolate overtakes the pecan, I'm down for it.
Just dump in a bag of chocolate chips.
Ooh, is that really just how easy? How simple?
I mean, you can make it more fancy, but just dump in a bag of chocolate chips.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that. I mean, if you want to bring a slice, to the studio, I'll gladly. And then we're almost done with all these tips. These are great tips, you guys. So the next one. So if you do bake like Sarah, if you make like pies, make the desserts less crusty, because a lot of times the crust part of like pies or cheesecake is, not the healthiest. Mm-hmm. So really you want the filling part. So for example, an apple cobbler with a crumble on top still gives, the apple taste, the apple flavor, but with less processed carbs.
Then it's not an apple cobbler, it's an apple crumble.
Right. Apple, different name. But it's all moderation. And again, how we previously said, it's about making adjustments within, the dishes to better fit your healthy needs. Mm-hmm. And most importantly, this is going to be the final tip for Thanksgiving, a healthier Thanksgiving. Whatever happens, enjoy your holiday. If you do go overboard, I mean, don't beat yourself up for it.
Forgive yourself.
Even if you don't follow these tips, like, it's fine. I'm kind of contradicting myself by saying that, but it is like the holidays is meant to be fun. Like, don't stress yourself up about like, oh, I can't have that or I can't have this because it's gonna, mess me up. Like, if you already have like a healthy regimen in place, take this day to splurge. Honestly, like, forgive yourself. Yes. Love yourself. Come on.
And if you don't have a healthy regimen in place, well, splurge and then maybe try to get on track.
Right. The next day. And on that note, you guys, we're going to take another quick break. And when we come back, we're going to move on to Black Friday shopping. So we'll be right back.
This is your ultimate stop for everything sports. The Golden State Media Concepts Sports Podcast. Should I say more? From the NFL, MLB, the NBA to MMA, it's all in here. The Golden State Media Concepts Sports Podcast. Listen now.
Right before the break, Sarah and I were giving you guys some tips on how to have a healthier and happier Thanksgiving. And now moving on, we're going to give you guys some even better tips for Black Friday. How to have a healthy and safe Black Friday.
Yikes.
Hashtag safe. Caps safe, because Black Friday is like a safety hazard for me. Like,
I don't go shopping on Black Friday. I never have, and I just stay home.
I can't. Like, I know nowadays a lot of people, Black Friday deals are happening now.
Yeah.
Like, they happen like a week in advance now. Like, it's not even.
Even more. Like, I've been seeing ads since after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I'm like, it's not really Black Friday anymore. It's like November
Black
Friday.
November.
Right. Like Black November. It's the whole month. They just want my money. I'm like, stop tempting me with all these good deals.
Well, and now places are open on Thanksgiving. They open late, which just, I don't know.
It's not right to me.
Give your employees a break.
Right.
Let them be home with their family.
I know. I actually have a friend. She used to work at a cosmetic store in the mall, and she spent like 3 years in a row Thanksgiving dinner at the mall.
Aww.
I'm like, how sad. I'm like, that I don't think it's right. How you said, give your employees a break, let them enjoy the time with their families. But some of my family members, like right after we eat dinner, they do go off to shop, but a lot of us also just like kick back, relax. It's not for me.
I don't have the energy to shop after eating 1.5 pounds of mashed potatoes.
I know, right? We have to make sure. I forgot to tell everybody in the previous segment. Another tip, wear stretchy pants.
Yes.
Do not go to your family dinner in jeans. Right?
Yeah, don't wear something that you have to pop the button on.
I know. I live in leggings, so I'm like, not a problem for me. But getting back on track with Black Friday, I don't know what it is about deals and like extremely low prices that just turn people crazy, and where mobs turn into monsters in some cases. Like, this report, there's a website, first of all, that I discovered called BlackFridayDeathCount.com.
Which is just depressing.
Right? Like,
oh my gosh.
I can't believe there's a website for it.
Of course there is.
And the website, it has records of all the deaths and injuries that have occurred or are associated with Black Friday shopping since 2008. And as of now, when I checked last night, 12 deaths and 117 injuries throughout the United States.
Wow. I just don't want that to be my last. I just don't want to be trampled to death at wherever, and that's my last moment in life.
And this is why I am more of an online shopper, because, Sarah, I think you and I are pretty similar in this way. We're not huge fans of like big crowds. Mm-hmm. And especially, I used to work at a mall, and I remember I hated working at the mall, one, for parking. And yeah, I'm a people person, but for some reason, those settings I get very anxious.
Well, and when you see the footage and people get trampled because they're just like surging forward when the doors open, I wouldn't be in the middle of that scrum. Mm-hmm. I would. Like,
I'm not that desperate to get a TV.
No.
Like, to get like $5 underwear. Like, I honestly would rather just pay full price, and like, my safety is more important.
Or not even pay full price. Pay a slightly less great deal 3 hours later. You know?
I know. Like, it's not me, right? It's not for us.
It's not for us.
But if you are going Black Friday shopping or Black Thursday shopping after Thanksgiving, here are some wellness tips for you. First one, get enough sleep. Hello. Especially Black Friday, like if you're shopping in the middle of the night, you need your sleep. I feel like maybe that's why a lot of people like aren't in the best moods when they go shopping, or like, I don't know. I feel like lack of sleep could be a major cause of like why people get like trampled.
I think that's very kind of you to put that spin on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just get your sleep before you begin shopping, and I feel like it'll just make you like less cranky. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel that's like a given. But
I mean, sleep's always good. So.
Yes, regardless. But you know what? Just kind of going off topic real quick. I feel like no matter if I get like 4 hours of sleep or 10, I'm always tired. And that's when like coffee kicks in for me. But get coffee. Okay, if you get enough sleep or don't, get an espresso shot or something, So just stay alert. Be alert when you go shopping.
Chocolate-covered coffee beans. Just have them with you in your pocket.
I know, right? And then leading to the next tip, of course, pack water and portable snacks, like chips, nuts, granola bar, something like that. Of course, every line, it's expected, is going to be crazy long during the Black Friday sales, and even lines for restaurants and, food kiosks and things of that sort. So having water and snacks and maybe even a lunch or a breakfast packed will help maintain your stamina. It'll save you time and money, as well as prevent you for opting for unhealthier food options if you're shopping at like malls
or just any checkout stand where there is 16 different kinds of candy bars and you're starving, and
they get you right. Yeah, you're checking out and there's like all this candy that you like. I wouldn't even have thought about buying it, but it's right here in my face.
Impulse buy. Yep,
I know.
Yep.
So. And this was actually a really good tip that I read. Map out, plan your route. When you go shopping, like already have a list of what stores you want to hit. So strategize before beforehand by identifying which stores you want to go to and what items you expect to buy, because that'll help you save time, it'll reduce stress, and it prevents you from feeling overwhelmed by the huge crowds that will take place while you're shopping. Mm-hmm. The next tip, budget, of course, is an important one. Don't do an impulse buy, like buying candy at the kiosk. And of course, money this time of year is always very stressful because everyone thinks they have to spend a crazy amount of money for gifts and things of that sort, which kind of another tip I'm tying in with the budget. You can always hand make something for someone.
Yeah.
I like to sew. I'm not like the best seamstress. I wouldn't. I make like cute little bags, and I like to give those to my friends, and in the bag I'll put like a candy cane and like a cute little note, and I feel like that's it touches people's hearts more.
Yeah.
Like I know every time I get like a card, I feel so happy just because I love the fact that I'm like, you took the time to like get me a card and write your feelings towards me. Like I think that's really sweet, and I'm pretty sure your family members and loved ones will appreciate that as well. So if money is a major stressor in your life, because you don't want money to impede your health and wellness.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that Black Friday has been doing. It like impedes your health. You're just stressed out while you're shopping. And
I would be.
Yeah. So budget before you head out. Determine how much you're going to spend without breaking the bank. And again, avoiding impulse buys. Limit your credit card use. Put a limit on your card. That's a good one. So yeah, all of those are great tips to not overspend. Which sometimes, and that's the thing with online shopping, is that I'm not waiting in a line. So what's holding me back from just clicking put in cart, insert in cart, and buy.
Yeah.
So there's always pros and cons to like shopping in person and online shopping. So I guess you just got to pick and choose which one is more for you. And pick a comfortable outfit. Again, especially if you're already going to be wearing leggings to your Thanksgiving dinner, you might as well just like roll with that as you go shopping, right?
Don't wear 6-inch heels and expect to run around all day.
I suggest comfortable shoes, like tennis shoes, especially if you are, if you're walking a lot,
good arch
support.
On your
feet. Exactly.
Yep.
Put a little Dr. Scholl's in there. That will help you. Don't go, in your slippers. I feel that's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, no arch support there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And especially if you're like running for those deals, if you're really trying to catch those deals, you're going to want a good pair of tennis shoes, because you never know, someone could trample you. You never know with crowded stores.
Well, you don't know. It depends on where you are. We're in California. Slippers, well, not necessarily appropriate. You could get away with them, but if you're in snow, wear appropriate shoes.
And also about the comfortable clothing, make sure you're wearing layered clothing, right? Because I know I hate being hot. Like that's like the one thing that'll put me in the worst mood. And especially being hot while I'm shopping, because I already don't even like going in person shopping. Right. And then on top of that, I'm hot. And there's been times where like I'll literally just wear a sweater and nothing underneath, and I'm like sweating, especially in the fitting rooms. You're like, you're trying on clothes. It's just so uncomfortable for me, and I like sweat easily. So if you don't have that issue, then don't layer up. But if you do like sweat a lot, you're someone like me, then I do suggest go in layers. And for the final wellness tip for Black Friday shopping, which is my favorite tip, opt for online shopping deals. And a lot of times online stores have way better deals than in person.
Isn't the Monday after Thanksgiving now online?
Yeah, like a Cyber Monday.
That's what it is.
But I feel like it's been going on the whole month now. And
well, yeah.
Many of the deals are going for like, even till the first week of December, like December 5th.
Right.
So that is my favorite tip I can advise. It's much safer, and you can snatch all the deals from the comfort of your own home in your PJs, or maybe you don't even have to wear pants while you're shopping at home. So that's the beauty of online shopping. So
it's true.
All those tips, again, get enough sleep, pack water and snacks, map out, plan which stores you're going to be going to, budget, pick comfortable outfit and shoes, or if you're not planning on going in person, opt for online shopping. And you guys, that's going to wrap up today's health tips. So I wish you all a healthy and happy Thanksgiving with your loved ones. And don't forget to leave Sarah and I some nice comments, stars, and, share these tips with your loved ones as well. You never know what life you can save, when you go, whoever's going Black Friday shopping. So share these tips, you guys. And again, I wish you guys happy holiday, and catch Sarah and I next week at the GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast Show.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Health and Wellness Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.